Hey everyone, I'm Kevin Cruz and I'm back for more gameplay tips in Cruise Control. In this segment, I'm going to discuss one of my favorite underappreciated combos in 2K26, the triple threat Hezi cancel. So most players want to get into their dribble moves, but the first area of advantage is always the triple threat. So from the triple threat, people usually say that they just want to jab step or launch immediately. But using the triple threat
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome everyone, let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hi everyone, Kevin Harlan with me tonight, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And Ali LaForce is reporting on the sidelines. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The post pairing, Johnson along with Porzingis. Carr is out there with Porter. And it's Reza Shea in at the 3 spot. And for Detroit, Isaiah Stewart out there with Asar Thompson. Then there's Jalen Duren. Then it's Duncan Robinson. And it's Cunningham in at the point. And this game starts the elimination round for the NBA Cup tournament. All teams won their respective groups, but only one can advance.
Yeah, this tourney can kind of sneak up on you. Suddenly, the intensity is much higher, and so are the stakes.
Pass to Carr. There's the drive. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. 5 on the clock. Out to Porzingis. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Nailed from three-point land.
Shooting while in rhythm. Porter Jr. has an impressive understanding for when to let that thing fly.
Cunningham with it. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Reza Shea. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
The defense trying to get tough with Reza Shea, and he's having none of it. Power and home 2 points.
Now, here's Cunningham. Last game he had 28 points. Robinson, that's good.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Ali LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, JB Bickerstaff had a few moments to share with me. I asked him about what could tip the balance in their favor tonight. He said, quote, when Kristaps Porzingis is operating at a high level, it opens up their entire offense. The key for us is to keep Porzingis from having a major impact. If we can do that, it'll be our game to win. Back over to you.
All right, Ali, thank you so much for that. And the Pistons with possession here, following the bucket by the Hawks.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep one.
Yeah, and it's really hard to stay connected to shooters out there. And even harder to contest the shot without foul.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Porter with the steal. Fast break, the Hawks. Here's Reza Shea. Good D by Thompson.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, it's hard to stop the lanky Thompson from that close.
The Pistons shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. That one is no good. Pass to Cunningham. Robinson for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Robinson's got 6.
A little breakdown there, letting them get that rebound. You can't allow that to happen.
To the wing right side. Carr, the pass to Porzingis. For 3. The Hawks again can't hit. The Pistons trailing. Got a piece of it. Carr with the ball. Now defended by Cunningham. Johnson's shot is off.
Just tremendous defense right there. Applying the pressure.
Here's Robinson. And he overshot that one, missing. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Atlanta Hawks. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Yeah, and for me, guys, that's what I call like character game. I mean, they could have closed up shop. It would have been easy to just let that one go and get ready for the next one. But they fought back. I mean, and that mental fortitude that they displayed there is one of the reasons why they're such a good team.
Deep 2 from Robinson. Porter pulls it in. Atlanta leading by 3. And here we go. Here's Carr. Detroit with the rebound. Duran's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Thompson in the posts. Porter's there. Cunningham for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. It's a tie ball game.
Well, as a defense, you have to expect Cunningham to take those. He's not shy at the arc.
After Rizachet. Now here's Porzingis. Lays it up and banks it in. Porzingis has got his 2nd basket.
Look, he's the kind of player that has you awake at 3 a.m. asking yourself, how do I stop that?
Carr against Robinson. The 3. Atlanta with the rebound. Their last meeting was in Detroit, where they were unable to fight off the Pistons.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
Yeah, if you give Rizachet a chance at the rim, he's going to make you pay.
Cunningham. Porter with a block. And he gets it back. Pass to Stewart. Robinson against Carr. Just 4 to shoot. Robinson misses.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Shots good by Carr.
Nice little floater there. Soft touch.
Pistons trail by 6. Here's Cunningham. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Cunningham's got 5 now.
Well, with the size that Cunningham has, he is a real handful inside.
Back to Porter. Let's go. And again, it's Atlanta.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Detroit's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Cunningham finds Duran. Robinson for 3. Kept alive. Stewart in the corner. Drills it from outside.
Preparation paying off for Stewart. He was on his spot and ready to go the second he got the ball.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. Well, Stan, the season's midway point is fast approaching. Is fatigue right now a consideration for these teams?
Well, if it is, Kevin, then that team's going to be in real trouble when we get to February or March. This is the time to be ramping up, not wearing down.
Different look here for Detroit. Bagley, he's checked in for Stewart. Luke Kennard comes in for Duncan Robinson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Cade Cunningham. And then for Atlanta, Okongwu comes in for Porzingis. And Newell subbed in for Johnson. Porter, no luck.
Honestly, guys, that's a shot you expect your players to make.
On the wing, Thompson takes the 3. And another 3 for Detroit.
You can't give a shooter that kind of look on the perimeter. I don't care who it is.
Here is Porter. Really played well against Portland in his last outing. Good on the triple. And here's Schroeder. To the paint. And Duran slams it in.
Moving well. Duran working in the two-man game.
So it's the Hawks now. Pass to Rizachet. Schroeder with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. Porter against Schroeder. Outside, Bagley. Here's Duran. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, Duran has those long arms. Terrific rebounder at both ends.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And also, how about the way they've decimated the opposition on the offensive glass, getting an impressive number of second chance points.
Now here's Schroeder. Scoreless thus far. And that one drops for him. And the Pistons lead by 1.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Okongwu. Inside. Here's Newell. Count that one.
Well, not really much you can do to stop him there. You want your players to go hard at the bucket like that.
Outside, Bagley. To the left wing. Schroeder looking over the floor. Kennard for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists tonight. We know Dennis Schroeder is a great pro, Stan, but he might be even better playing internationally.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right, and there's a few guys like that. We saw it with Dennis Schroeder, that when they're playing for their country, maybe it's the role they have or the confidence that their teammates and coaching staffs have in them at that level, but Dennis Schroeder takes over when he's playing for Germany.
The first free throw is good for the Pistons. Sam Hauser comes in for Duran, and Okogie subbed in for Asar Thompson. And a change for the Hawks. Clowney's checked in.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Schroeder outside for the 3, and another 3 for Detroit.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Pass to Okongwu. Always going up for the alley-oop here. It's stolen by Bagley. Here's Okogie. Goodness.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. Here's Rizachet. Kennard covering. Pass to Clowney. 6 to shoot. Makes it off the glass. Newell's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Rizachet wide open. They grabbed their own miss, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistleblower.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Hawks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Carter, he's checked in for Okongwu. Good on both.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Schroeder passes to Bagley and finished off by Bagley.
Well, how many times have we seen Schroeder succeed in this action? He knows every way to create out of the pick and roll.
Fades. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And knocking down shots in the mid-range area really forces teams to have to adjust their defense.
Well, look, he's got the length to get that shot off regardless of how the defense plays.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage.
And the dunk by Rizachet.
Well, that time attacking the rim. Rizachet is a true 3-level scorer.
Schroeder outside. Down low. Bagley. And finished off by Bagley. This tug-of-war game continues.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
The Hawks trailing. Pass to Newell. Now Carter. Hauser defending. The shot's good from Carter.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And the basket by Hauser.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Clowney, good.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
Now here's Schroeder. He has yet to score. Count it.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Pass to Newell from downtown, and he's good on the three ball.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Kevin Porter getting it done for Atlanta. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We come back right after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Yeah, turning defense into offense, getting out in the open floor. This is exactly what they wanted.
On the court for Atlanta, Newell out there with Carter. Then it's Jalen Johnson. Then there's Carr. And it's Reza Shea in at the two-guard spot. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks. Jalen Johnson, great in the two-man game, and he talked about how he operates off the pocket pass. He said, quote, "It's simple. You got to read before the catch. 0.5, quick decisions. Just how quarterbacks have progressions with receivers, I have progressions in the pocket, and I read those." Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Allie, we thank you. Now here is Carter. Pass to Carr. Now Johnson. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Flexing some muscle on that bucket. Johnson doesn't mind getting physical.
Cunningham inside. Carr covering. Garza gets the bucket.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Carr, the pass to Johnson. Pulls up. Offensive rebound. It's tipped.
You can see the length of Cunningham there, and his timing helped out on that block, too.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. A chance now to check out how the All-Star voting is shaping up.
And I tell you, the excitement's starting to ratchet up a little bit as the tallies start coming in.
You take a look at Reza Shea. He's gotten his share of votes, but there are still a lot of players in front of him.
And it's just been tough in the East this year. Kevin, so many guys are having huge seasons. Even getting near the top 10 is impressive.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase. We'll keep you updated with the results each day during the voting. Okongwu finds Reza Shea. And here's Carr. Kicks it out to Johnson. Shot clock at 5. The Hawks again can't hit. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Only giving up 2 points this quarter.
And Cunningham showing his game extends above the rim.
Here is Carr. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Poked away. And it's denied. Stewart down low. Working on Collins.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Here's Reza Shea. Pass to Johnson. Here's Carr. Off target with his 3. For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And Cunningham with this slam.
Well, that's what you want from Cunningham. Use your size, attack the rim.
The Hawks trail by 4. Atlanta calls timeout. And Greg, everyone talks about the importance of basketball IQ. Can you win in the NBA with a low IQ team?
Well, it would be tough. I mean, there's a reason younger teams typically don't win at the highest level. But you need to take those lumps and get that experience and learn from those lessons.
Porter's checked in for Rizachet. Porter with it. Now defended by Cunningham. Collins. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Stewart.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
Atlanta's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Poke loose. Pass to Johnson. No good. Shot missing. Good D by Johnson. Near the three-point line, it's Porter, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
Cunningham up top, guarded by Porter. The shot by Stewart with no one around. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Porter against Cunningham. Porter kicks to Collins. Clock is at 3. Here's Carr. Clock reset for the Hawks.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
And a wide open look for Porter. Triple from the wing. Porter's got 12 points in the game.
Good to see Porter Jr. knocking down the triple. Needs to keep taking and making those shots.
Pass to Garza. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Hawks trail by 4. Porter kicks to Collins. Okongwu at the elbow. Now Carr. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Collins. Duren, he's checked in for Detroit. Duncan Robinson comes in for Thompson. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Porzingis is checked in for Okongwu. Offensively, John Collins' game is tailor-made for the modern NBA.
Well, it sure is, Kevin, and I've always admired John Collins' efficiency. You know, I mean, he can make threes. He can create his own shot both in the post and off the dribble facing up and make mid-range jumpers. He's a great offensive rebounder. He's a lob threat. Really not much John Collins can't do at a very high level.
Here is Carr after the basket by Detroit. To the inside. Stewart with the steal. 3-on-3. Here's Duren. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Let me tell you something about Jalen Duren. This guy fears no one, and he plays with a mean streak.
Here is Carr. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got 11 rebounds in the game. Porter against Cunningham. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And now it's a 10-point Detroit lead.
Well, it's always a huge bonus when Duren has a scoring night like this.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
The Pistons have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Duren, basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, Duren is a strong big man, and you see that muscle on display with finishes like these.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And so far this season, shooting at a 75% clip from the line.
Duren, shooting 1.
That's good from Duren. The Hawks trail by 11. Kennard covering. It's to Porzingis. And the layup's good off the glass. Porzingis has got 8 points.
Yeah, try as they might, the defense can't stop Porzingis inside. He's too tall and too committed.
Now, here's Bagley. 14 points from him the last game against Phoenix. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Atlanta. They'll be playing host to Miami for their next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And that one goes long.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Now here's Schroeder. Nothing on the board. Back to Kennard. Schroeder outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Robinson misses. The Hawks trail by 9. Here's Johnson. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Number 13.
And, well, Detroit shooting 47% from the floor since the end of the first quarter. Schroeder passes to Durham. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. He's guarded by Schroeder. Pass to Porter. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whip. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels it's not the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the Pistons making a change here. Hauser's checked in. Reza Shea, he's checked in for the Hawks. The first one falls.
And one of those guys who fell in the draft the year he came out due to injury. Porter healed up and has taken the lead by storm.
Pistons leading by 7. It's Schroeder with the drive to the right side. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hauser. No good with the triple. Atlanta has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And Clowney can't get it to go. The Pistons shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Schroeder with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. The Pistons working the ball around now. Pass to Hauser. Launches it. Drops in the tray. Hauser's got 9.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
Here's Porter. Detroit with the rebound. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor or you're going to struggle.
Yeah, look, it's really hard to win a game being one-dimensional. It can be done, but it doesn't happen very often.
And his competitiveness showing through, that's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Now here's Schroeder. Still scoreless. Hands it from downtown. Robinson's got the lead up to 11 now for the Pistons.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Kevin Porter. The Hawks have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
Okogie's checked in for Detroit. And Porter drops them both.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Now here's Schroeder. Pass to Hauser. That shot, no good.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And that one's good by Porter.
And we know Kevin Porter Jr. is capable of having big nights. And the way he's playing, this could be one.
Here's Hauser. Fires away from outside. Newell pulls it in. Newell's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, this period, he's been his own worst enemy, and now he's pressing.
From the arc. Second chance shot. He lays it in. And now just a 5-point Detroit lead.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they're 3-point.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. Their biggest lead in the first, 5 points. They found a nice groove in the second quarter, running out to an 8-point lead. Taking a look at the Pistons, Shaq, what you think?
The way they're shooting it from deep, they're going to be hard to beat. This team has a lot of confidence and lets them fly without hesitation. Defensively, you have to force them off their spots. You have to put the ball on the floor.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on Atlanta.
Atlanta on the road is definitely more of a challenge. But you know that coming in. They didn't seem all well prepared for this environment for the matchup. I'm sure the coach is trying to coach them up and change the momentum in their favor.
That about wraps it up.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. 8-point game. Jalen Duren is out there with Sam Hauser. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Thompson. And it's Cunningham in at the point guard position. That's the group for Detroit right now. Here's Johnson. Banked in off the glass. Johnson's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for Atlanta. And Stan, we know Jalen Johnson comes from a basketball family.
Well, they did a great job, Kevin, of teaching him the game because Jalen Johnson can really play. And I'm sure everyone in his family is extremely proud of what he's doing in the NBA.
Stewart checked in for Detroit. And there's Thompson. That's good on the assist from Duren. Thompson's got his second basket of the night.
He's making it look easy. Thompson with great body control off the contact.
Porter inside. He's guarded by Schroeder. Here's Rieseshay. On the wing, Thompson. Guarded by Porter. Schroeder kicks to Stewart. Cunningham against Carr. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. We take a look at the Pistons. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And, of course, there's the Hawks. They're down in 7th place.
And if you look at the Hawks right now, they had much bigger things in mind when the season started. They didn't think of themselves as a middle-of-the-road club, but right now, that's where they are.
Yeah, they wanted to accomplish more this season, but things haven't quite worked out. Some bad breaks along the way.
Just 5 on the clock. Cunningham for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. And now an 11-point Piston lead.
Well, you try to stay connected to Cunningham, but he finds a way.
Lobbed up there for Johnson. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Sometimes you just have to throw it up to an athlete and let him do the rest. That's a great finish from Johnson.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Rizachet. Got a piece of it.
An effective stopper at the rim. Duran sure knows how to use those long arms of his.
Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for Dennis Schroeder.
Duncan Robinson.
Pistons leading by 11. Robinson left side. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Robinson's got 11.
Oh, wow, 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. We've seen Jalen Duran really having a great game.
Well, they failed to break this guy's rhythm. Maybe a break in the action will help.
Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks.
Let's take a look here at the numbers for Porter. He's been dominant over the last month, averaging about 22 points per, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
Here's Cunningham, and then Cunningham with the dunk.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
Pass to Okongwu. And here's Carr, covered by Cunningham. Back to Okongwu. Knocks down the 3 ball. Okongwu's now got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Cunningham against Porter. Here's Stewart. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Pass to Porter.
The defender getting a little over anxious there, but Porter causes that anxiety with his high level scoring.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And on top of that, they've really been dialed in from deep, just dropping triple after triple.
Okogie's checked in for Duncan Robinson. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Brownie's checked in. Stewart. Another 3 for Detroit.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Here's Okongwu. Basket good. Okongwu's now got 5.
I mean, big guys have to be ready for this. Okongwu knows it's going to be a fight inside.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. Officiating is always a hot topic among fans. It's never going to go away. And some people think the game is called too closely now.
Be careful, Kevin. We don't need any fines over here. Fans are bound to get frustrated with certain calls, but overall, I think our officials do a great job, and the game is about as fair as it can be.
Cunningham passes to Thompson. Here's Okogie. Back to Cunningham. Lets the three fly. And again, Detroit with the three.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
The Hawks trail by 15. Pass to Rizachet. Fires the three. Carr, no good.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Cunningham kicks to Stewart. And a miss there on the triple. Len has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Hey, thanks a lot. Commissioner Silver talked about health, and he said that some of the injuries that our young players are experiencing are overuse injuries. In earlier eras, players in school participated in different sports depending on the season. He said perhaps a return to that approach is warranted. Back to you.
Interesting thought. Okay, Allie, we thank you. Pass to Cunningham. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the three. And here's Stewart. Pistons passing it around. Here's Okogie. Back to Stewart from outside the arc. They get it back. Here's Duran. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Oh, Duran caught the defense with the pump fake, earning a trip to the line for him.
Detroit shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. That's good from Duran. The Atlanta making some changes. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Okongwu. And Newell subbed in for Collins. The Hawks trail by 17. Carr with the ball. Looking for Carter. He gets it there. And then Carter with the jam.
Plenty of muscle from Carter on that dunk. Wow.
And here's Kennard to the middle. Stolen by Carter. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Clowney. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Pistons leading by 13. Here's Thompson. Good work defensively by Carter. For Atlanta, they've gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the 3rd. Here's what the Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Thursday, they'll head back home to host the Miami Heat. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And for that game against Indiana, it's a chance for them to come out and knock off the top dog in the league. A win there can be a big step forward for this team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Garza's checked in, and Sam Hauser's subbed in for Thompson. Shoots the three. It's rebounded by Carr.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Pass to Hauser. Now here's Bagley. Kennard on the wing. Detroit, no good that time either.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Detroit leading by 10. Right side Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
And how about the leaping ability of Bagley? He gets off the ground with ease to throw that one down.
Pass to Carr. to Rizachet. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Rizachet has got 14 points for the game. Carr against Kennard. Over to the left wing. Here's Hauser. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
The Pistons shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. And it's Bagley at the elbow. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bagley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's the kind of toughness Bagley needs to show on every possession. Shake off the contact and finish through it.
Now Rizachet. He's got 14. 5 to shoot.
2 minutes remaining in the
Pass to Clowney. Shoots over Hauser. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Here's Garza, the three. And it's Rizachet with the rebound. And they're moving it up.
Kennard. Second personal foul. 13 fouls. At the line for a Hawks.
And he makes the first. Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for the Pistons. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Luke Kennard. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Johnson's checked in. And Schroeder's got the ball here for the Detroit Pistons. 17 points was their biggest margin. Pass to Hauser. Wide open. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
That's the line for one.
The free throw from Rizachet.
Looking like your classic wing. Zachary Rizachet is 6'8", long, and can hit threes. A real modern swingman.
Schroeder against Carr, and finished off by Bagley.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, and when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Pass to Carr. Carter at the elbow. Pocket 6. And Rizachet, the bucket on the assist from Carter. 18 points for Rizachet. Here's Schroeder, still without a basket. .27 seconds left in the third. Robinson for three. Rebound, Atlanta. Rizachet's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Now here's Schroeder. Pass to Hauser. Fires the three. Out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession.
Hawks ball. Atlanta substitution. Kevin Porter Jr.
And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for Detroit. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Rizachet is out there with Kevin Porter. Then there's Newell. Then it's Okongwu. And it's Johnson in at the 3, the small forward. Pistons leading by 5. Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Thompson playing above the rim. This kid, Asar Thompson, can fly.
Here's Porter. Inside. Johnson gets the bucket.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Cunningham passes to Thompson. Lays it up off the glass. And the Pistons lead by 7.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Pass to Newell. And he goes big with that dunk right over Asard Thompson.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. Back to Robinson. Shot clock at 5. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Another shot. Duran. Back to Robinson. Pass to Stewart. Pistons passing it around. Here's Cunningham. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
That's an aggressive play and a chance for Cunningham to get 3 points the old-fashioned way.
The Hawks making a switch here. Porzingis has checked in. The Hawks trail by 8. Pass to Reza Shea. Now here's Johnson. Rebound, Detroit. Stewart's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Cunningham for 3. Rebound, Atlanta. And they're pushing it up. Quarter outside. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th assist in this one.
And they definitely have the edge in those fast break points.
They got to keep looking for fast break scores to even this game up.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
The Hawks trail by 8. Atlanta calls timeout.
Come on, fans. It's time to make a lot of noise. So everybody, get low.
Different look here for Detroit. Bamba is checked in for Duran. Sam Hauser comes in for Isaiah Stewart. And Okogie subbed in for Robinson. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, Atlanta's coach had some advice for the team over that last break. He said to them, quote, "We worked hard to come back. We have them on the ropes, but we have yet to land the knockout blow. We'll see if they can." Back to you.
And Allie, thanks so much. He was all alone on that one.
Come on. Players as tall as Porzingis, they aren't supposed to shoot it like that.
Here's Cunningham. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Porzingis.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
That free throw, no good.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. And the Hawks making a change here. Carr's checked in.
Well, it's his heart and leadership that set Cunningham apart. He's never given you less than 100%, and he's always playing to win.
Carr, no good.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Cunningham passes to Bamba. Here's Hauser. Thompson looking for an opening. 4 on the clock. Beyond the arc. And it's Mohamed Bamba with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul.
The Hawks trail by 6. to the inside, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And that one, good. Cunningham's got 9 points now in the quarter.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Bamba against Porzingis. Newell, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? And Thompson throws it down.
That's how Thompson does most of his damage offensively, attacking the basket.
And it's Porter with the ball for the Atlanta Hawks. Out to the right wing. Pass to Newell. And his hot hand continues. 10 of 11 from the floor and looking for more.
And he's coming up big here in the clutch.
Cunningham inside. Porter's there. Pistons passing it around. Hauser misses.
Well, he had a great first half from three-point range, but hasn't quite gotten his touchback since the break.
They get the rebound. Porter looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. Over Cunningham. Porter, no luck. Pistons leading by 4. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Big night for Cunningham. This is why he went first overall. Cade can take over a game.
Here's Porter. Outside, Porzingis. Knocked away. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Here's Cunningham. Atlanta with the rebound. Here's Newell. Yep, it counts. Newell's got 26 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
And now we'll take a moment for our presentation of our player of the game, Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
And that's a foul called on Porzingis. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Stewart passes to Cunningham. Back to Stewart. And the dunk by Stewart.
Cunningham, a 6'6" point guard, built to operate in the pick and roll.
Porter with it. Porzingis passes to Porter. Johnson outside. Over Thompson. Back to Porter. Here's Carr. Porzingis against Thompson. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
And after playing the first half without a single turnover, he's gotten a little careless since the break.
Reza Shea, he's checked in for Newell. Here's Cunningham, and Cunningham with the slam.
Well, this is the story of the night for that defense. They have not been able to contain Cunningham.
The Hawks trail by 8. And here's Carr. Outside, Porter. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Porter's got a couple of three-pointers now in the 4th for the Hawks.
And with that 3, his 2nd of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Pass to Okogie. On the wing, Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Stewart kicks to Cunningham. Lets it go with the 3. Rebound, Atlanta. Carr's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Cunningham, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, we're seeing a different version of him in this half, taking a more direct approach. He didn't have a single free throw in the first half.
No good on the free throw.
Well, Cade Cunningham is a terrific all-around player. His scoring, passing, and rebounding are a huge lift for this team.
The Hawks trail by 6. Outside, Porter. Down low. It's tipped. Here's Johnson. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
Always great to see a guy rise to a challenge. Johnson knew this was a must-get bucket.
Cunningham's shot is off. Atlanta's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the 4th. Here's Porter. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. Here's Okogie. Porzingis with the block.
The unicorn out there doing what he does on defense, protecting the paint.
Here's Rizachet. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
Yeah, just a tenacious play by Rizachet. He wants to be the guy who delivers for his team in these moments.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. And it's Cunningham with the ball for Detroit. 17 points was their biggest margin. Carr covering. Back to Cunningham. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he makes that one. And that's now 21 points here for Jalen Duren.
And a timely make from Duren. They really needed that one.
2 minutes.
Duren brings the double team. The 3 from Porzingis. And the 3 ball is good.
Well, you see the trust they have in Porzingis. Timely basket.
Pass to Duren. Outside Bagley. They grab their own miss. And they pick up 2. And the Pistons lead by 3.
And what a huge bucket that was. Asar Thompson stepping up when his team needs him most.
Here's Rizachet. It's good. This game is all even. Rizachet has got 12 points here in the second half. Pistons shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Here's Cunningham. Nice D from Porzingis. Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. The kick out to Porter to take the lead. And the Hawks with another 3.
This team needed someone to step up, and it's Kevin Porter Jr., the former first-round pick, with a huge basket.
And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Cunningham's teammates and coaches trusting him in a big spot.
1:05 left in the 4th quarter. Rizachet with it. Working on Thompson. To Porzingis. Here is Carr. Covered by Cunningham. Now Rizachet takes a 3. Bagley with the rebound.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Cunningham passes to Duren. Over to the wing. The Pistons working the ball around now. The offensive rebound. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Cunningham drives in.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 1. 5 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one.
don't want one. Make some noise!
Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Off target from downtown. And so it's the Pistons who come out on top here. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on the edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And that about wraps it up. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. We'll see you next time.
Like this, with a glow like this, and a like this. Can nobody drop it low like this? Get dough like this, 10 toes like this. Hit him with the finger roll like this. Can I roll right quick? Can I blow right quick? Now you know you had to froze that red. With the C-A-D-I, double L, take them to the hotel. Oh well, throw it on my kitchen like Odell. So I pull up with the cheese, no rotel. Double L, AC, with the rock, no Jay-Z. You ain't talking money and pay me. Now you want an F1, maybe. I'm pulling up pretty, I'm all through the city. It's like Luke, ayy, I pull up designer, he want my call like the like Luke, ayy. You goofies ain't getting no rockin' on Gucci like ayy. Quit thinking I'm stupid, ain't the old me don't the new me like ayy. Yeah, Luke, ayy, 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 yeah. 3, 2, 1, let me take off, sis. You want me go like it's takeoff, sis. Let me bake off, sis. Get your cake off, sis. Tell me what they wanna take off, list. Challenger, who in my caliber? I take a and I like Hannibal. Got your camera. I like with stamina. Goku, my go-to, I go to whenever I go through. I like they know you ain't loyal. You come through this, so rap like some for you. Tired, they acting like we ain't the truth. But we spitting like this in the booth. Spool, pull up and hop at the coupe. Pull up and hop at the coupe. I'm pulling up pretty, I'm all through the city. It's like Luke, ayy, I pull up designer, he want my, he call out the like Luke, ayy. Goofies ain't getting no, I'm rocking on Gucci like ayy. Quit thinking I'm stupid, ain't the old me, the new me like ayy. Yeah, Luke, ayy, 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 yeah.